Let me first of all ask, how will you assess the current regime so far, and amidst the rising poverty, the rising economic hardships in the country? How will you assess the Tinubu-led government so far, sir?
Okay, if I'm to speak to you as a politician, speak to you as an accountant, speak to you as a normal human being, I will rate them very low, because at the beginning, there's no particular agenda. They are still battling with the issue of legitimacy, and that has caused them a lot of mistakes that they've been making along the line. Recently, it's so interesting to hear Malam Nasser El-Rufai saying that the Tinubu administration is paying more on subsidy. And in his words, he said that there's nothing wrong with you reverting when you are making a mistake. So that is to confirm that there's a mistake being made ab initio, and there's no clear-cut agenda in the first place. So now the issue of paying more leads to deceit, because you tell the people that you remove subsidy, but yet through the back door, you are making payment at it. So even if you are interested in reducing the cost of the pain and the pang that you've already inflicted on the people, that is not the way to go about it. He who seeks for equity must come with clean hands. All you need to do is come out and tell the people that, look, this particular issue of subsidy is not working, and it has led to the pain and pang already being established. So you don't need to go behind. Come out and tell the people where you've made mistakes and you are ready to correct it. So if that is done, then we will have known that they are now on the same page and know exactly what. But you see, right from the beginning, we have also said that you don't go into a pool when you don't know how to swim. Definitely you will drown. So there's no way that this particular government will tell us that they do not know the challenge is already on ground, because it is the same government, just that they passed the button onto them and then they collected the button. But when they collected the button, they did not collect it rightly, and so therefore they are making fundamental mistakes. All they needed to do is just drop the button and let the right people be in the right place, and then probably we'll start finding solutions to our problems.
Your assessment of the recent economic policies of this government, especially in regards to the currency, and the fact that the Nigerian foreign reserves continue to get depleted, and the so-called appreciation of the naira. Economists have the opinion that these are just a figment of the imagination, that things are eventually going to collapse eventually. Do you see that happening?
Of course, because quite honestly, the right template is not being put on the ground. Look, it's not rocket science. The Nigerian state is not producing anything. And so when you are producing anything, you become subservient to those who are producing. So they will tell you and dictate to you what you need. And if they tell you what they need, they will give it at a price in which is comfortable to them. It's simple. So what you need to do is simple. Provide the indices of production. Start producing, and by the time you produce to a larger extent, you will automatically reduce the currency and reduce the inflation of the rate and all, because you are producing. It's just like you in your home. When you are at home, you know that you cannot take care of the feeding of your children. You are always buying food outside. But imagine if you have a land right behind you, you started producing tomato, pepper, and onion. Obviously, you don't need to go to anybody to buy those particular things. You will be producing them, and then when it becomes so much in your own home, you can even start selling them. It will definitely crash the market. There's no rocket science. So what we need to do is, that's why my principal, Peter Obi, is saying that let us move this economy from consumption to production. Simple geometric. Let's encourage our people to start producing, investing. Look, there's nothing wrong with you taking loan. But you can take loan for production purposes. Don't subsidize consumption, subsidize production. By the time you subsidize production, those of us who are ready to go into farming, subsidize the production of farming. Let's see how it goes. Within a 6-month period, you will see the dynamics. It changes. And then, interestingly, we have a vast land in the north, where the dominant position of the people in the north is just for them to go into farming. Remember, in those days, we have the granite pyramid, we have the cotton, we have the cocoa, we have the rubber, and all of those ones. Even to a point of ridiculing, some people just take our own palm oil, palm kernel, and then turn it into mineral. But then, these are solutions staring at us in the face. But then, what stops us from really reenacting that particular solution and making it work? Greed, personal interest, deceit, and it must be known when you know that you don't have the capacity to deliver.
Nigeria has experienced the national grid collapse in recent times, severally. What's your assessment of that so far? What do you prefer?
Ineptitudeness with social decay to the interest of the people. Can you just imagine? The whole country, Nigeria, will have how many square miles do you have? 922 square kilometers. It's not up to one state in the United States of America. And California, for example, they are even exporting power. They are exporting power. So it shocked them when you hear that they are talking about outage of power in 1 day or in 1 hour. And then here we are, some of our ministers, to a point of ridicule and insult, they are telling Nigerians that we are wasting power, that we are storing food and all of those. So what is this, for God's sake? How do we find ourselves in such a serious situation like this? To a point in which that even when you want to defend your ineptitudeness and inexperience and inactivity, incapacity, you will also ridicule the people that you are supposed to deliver to? Simple thing that you needed to do. Look at all the other areas of how these other countries have been able to generate power. Employ it. Look, there's nothing wrong with you doing the right thing. You will benefit 2 ways. One, there will be profitable increase for you. There will be advantage to the people in which you govern. So, but when you do the wrong thing, you will only be running away from even your shadow. So this is exactly what we found ourselves. People are running away from their shadow, building houses and building fortresses, and then using generators and sending their children to private schools, where the millions of naira could have been used in order to elevate the interests of the other people that you govern. We went to public school. Majority of them who are in the position of power today went to public school because the public school was meant to be functioning. This is a simple analogy for education. We can also invest. Look, if you can be paying 1 million naira in a private institution, private school, what stops you from contributing within your own enclave and contributing 50,000 naira and make the institution much better? It is doable. But because people want to elevate themselves to a position that they are superior to others, not minding and knowing also that it's just within a second, you don't have control over your life. God can take your soul at every minute, every second He so desire. And by the time you find yourself in the pit, you'll be asking yourself and you're blaming yourself for not doing the right thing. So take the advantage. At the moment now, do the right thing for the interests of the people, which you will also benefit from.
The Labour Party has been immersed in controversy before, during, and after the general elections, with many supporters of Peter Obi, known as obedience, calling on him to leave and form a new party. And they have vowed to follow him to wherever he decides to pitch his tent. The question I would like to ask is Peter Obi thinking of moving out of the...
At the moment, no. Peter Obi himself is a brand. Somebody who can get an allocation of 6 million votes. It's a brand of his own. The Labour Party has been in existence for quite a long. We have been partners with the Labour Party for over 25 to 30 years. You can check the record. I've been with the Labour Party since then. Salam. I've been together with even the present chairman, Aburi, before all these particular challenges, and which I advised. As an experienced person, I advised accordingly on the present where he was available in Edo and Auchi, and I told him, Chairman, this is an opportunity for you to write yourself in gold. You have already gotten a political party that people are aligned with. And I said it in a statement, written and signed and delivered in a lecture. I said, look, why don't you just start this particular party, reenact it and mobilize it by doing world congresses. From world congresses to local government to state to federal. It doesn't stop you by a constitution to represent yourself. It doesn't, because the constitution didn't stop you in any way. But let the people decide. It helps you and take away attention on you as a person. But at the same time, you have 2 advantages that you will benefit from. One of the advantages is that you will by all level of standard have world structures everywhere in the Federal Republic of Nigeria with quality people getting into it. And at the same time, you could easily generate your membership and your agent list right from the beginning without wasting time. And at the same time, you will have now found an opportunity where at the touch of a button, you can reach out to everybody. And then it will culminate into the states. The states will be more functional. It will move away to the national, where quality people, over 30 or 40 of them will be at the executive level of the party. And boom, the party will have been fully established with legitimate leaders. But as we speak today, most of the people in the position of power and the local government are appointees. And so you cannot put an appointee to elect a substantial leadership. It is not done. It is not done. Section 9, Section 8, Section 9, Section 10, and Section 11 of the Constitution of the Labour Party was very explicit and clearly too. So why do you need to put yourself at the point of discussion when you know you could do the right thing and benefit from it? So what is the Hunabalu all about? It's absolutely uncalled for. And you know, this particular position, without my name, honestly, was domicile. Our committee Falana was able to broker a peace with the Nigerian Labour Congress and the TUC at the Alternative Dispute Resolution Department. And that particular position was already been established. So I wonder why that you need to go behind. Even if you want to come back, it doesn't need, you don't need to go all of this. Your popularity, your achievement will always sell you through to the interest of the people.
Peter Obi had also come on and said several attacks recently from the ruling party, especially with regards to his visit to the Central Mosque, in breaking the Ramadan fast, his building of boreholes, and some have said that he's actually acting a script, so to say. I mean, what's your position on all of this?
You see, this is where I differ with a lot of people. When a person comes out to show that he's pro people and he's spending his own hard-earned money to the interest of the people, go back to all of those particular boreholes that we are talking about. Some people say it's substandard, some say it's not. And I wonder, what do you mean by most of the boreholes that you saw are the same thing that is residing in almost everybody's home? We provided borehole with a tank so that people can generate the water and even have a reservoir on it. And you tell me that it is substandard? What is standard, for God's sake? Is it the painting that matters or the water that the people need? We provided the water. I was there at the most lowest done in every particular location compared to what the federal government is spending, about 198 million. It shows you prudency. It shows you achievement. It shows you concern. It shows you interest in the Nigerian people, in the common people. That was exactly what Peter Obi was doing. So for me, it is just because people have saying it that it is working and is making effect on the people. We started this particular project long even before the Zaria project. We started this particular project long before the Zaria project, and nobody said it was substandard because the people were already enjoying water in Lafia, they were enjoying water in Suleja, they were enjoying water in Kano Fogi, they were enjoying water in the University in Sokoto, they were enjoying water in Gombe and all. So it is only that of Zaria that really strike them. But you see, so these are some of the things. What we need to do as a people is support anything that is right. Don't support anything that is wrong. Anything that is wrong, you can condemn it. But anything that is right, please support it for the interest of the Nigerian people. And here I must also say, it's disturbing that even when the issue of the Labour Party challenges is coming up, there are issues of litigation so much hanging on this particular leadership. This particular, and I've advised strongly so, that you cannot go into a battle with a litany of litigation. You don't even know which of the litigation will come and become a problem for you to a Supreme Court level. So I said that the Nigerian Labour Congress and the TUC and the Labour Party and all of us must sit down together and clear all of the litigations. Clear them, I mean clear them so that no one will be. If we are to use that particular vehicle, it must be cleared. And then two, there must be a reconciliation committee. And that's what Peter Obi is saying. The reconciliation committee will bring in everybody. Look, most of the problems that we have as unionists, as comrades and all, is that we do argue so much of things that are not important, as against those that are important. Those of us who found ourselves right from the beginning know where we start from. We always act late when it's almost too late. Those people have already metamorphosed into hard, corrupt ways. And it's so difficult for us because we don't have the money, we don't have the government in power. So it is only our intellect and capacity that we have. Let us use it to change these dynamics and quickly. So, as we say today now, there are two certificates of the Labour Party flying around. Two. One is already in the Nigerian Labour Congress already domiciled by Dan Owanyao to the Labour Congress. But during a Salam period, he wrote a letter to INEC telling INEC that they've lost their certificate. And so therefore, they are requesting for a true certificate copy of the party. That particular copy was issued and Abule has it. So you see, you have two certificates already making rounds. Innocently, already INEC must have reissued that particular certificate. So the issue of holding up to power and saying this is our party, the party belongs to the working people of the Nigerian people. And all of us are involved, most of us are coming. So what doesn't stop us from coming together, look out our wrong. Thankfully, you've done something wrong. Okay, I apologize. Let's move along. Yes, you've done the right thing. Here, let's improve on it. That is the way we need to start going. I am calling on all of our comments. This is an opportunity for us. Yes, you may accuse Peter Obi of being a capitalist at a point in time, but he's acting in a way of the common man. He's interested in the common person on the street. Let's capitalize on it. You make advantage of him, turning into a true political party or particular entity that can metamorphose these particular changes, and that way we can boom. Doesn't stop us, all of us. There's enough for everybody. As long as we're interested in the people, I am interested.
Finally, how are you or the party holding the members of the party who are in the National Assembly accountable, especially with the taste and the
we cannot hold anybody accountable. When the center is having a problem, we had an issue as regard to when
members of your party have aligned, seems to have aligned with the...
You cannot hold them accountable when you have problem already in the leadership. It is only the leadership that can call everybody to order. And then they too, most of them are new. Some of them don't even know the manifesto of the party. They are not well in tune with the constitution of the party, which I always advise that if you want to join a political party, read the manifesto, read the manifesto and read the constitution of the party. You will be talking from an informed view and you'll be acting from an informed view. But when you don't know anything, of course you'll just be floating. And that's exactly what is happening to some of our people who are finding themselves in power. So they need a reorientation. Even some of our brothers who have never been into politics in the video, I've already offered myself to give a lecture 101 on politics. For you to know some of us that have had experience, where we have made mistakes, where we have had advantage, so that we can now leverage on it to know the rudiments. Because what you see from outside is different from what is inside. What is inside is more than what you are seeing from outside. And if you don't know it, you can never take advantage of it.
So ahead of the 2027 elections, what steps is Peter Obi and the leadership of the Labour Party doing, especially in order to mobilize Nigerians to the polls?
Rebranding, capitalizing on the brand, and of course reorganizing. Reorganizing and ensuring that all structures are in place with a wider platform. Both of the particular platform must have the youth, the aged, the most experienced, the political graduates who have the capacity, and hungry candidates who are interested in winning election with a defined position based on the manifesto and the constitution of the Labour Party in order to re-engineer us into a new Nigeria that all of us are yearning for.
Thank you so much.
God bless Nigeria.